You wake up one Tuesday morning, coffee's brewing, you sit down at your desk like any other day, open your laptop, and there's an email from HR. It says, "We appreciate your contributions. However, effective immediately, you've been laid off." But here's the thing, you didn't do anything wrong. Your performance reviews were stellar. Your clients loved you. Your boss called you a top performer just 3 months ago. The company didn't lose money. In fact, they just posted their best quarterly earnings in 5 years. So, what happened? AI happened. And here's what nobody on the news is telling you. This isn't a future problem. This is happening right now, today, this week, this month, in March 2026. And if you think your job is safe, I need you to watch this video until the very end, because what I'm about to show you using real data, real reports, and real warnings from Wall Street will change how you see the economy forever. What's up, everyone? Welcome back. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now because the content we put out is unlike anything you'll find on mainstream media. Today we are going deep on something that is shaking Wall Street, scaring white-collar workers, and beginning to quietly destroy the career ladder for millions of young Americans. We're talking about the great AI job purge of 2026. I have pulled fresh data, published just in the last few weeks, from Goldman Sachs, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, Harvard Business Review, The Atlantic, and a shocking viral report from Catrini Research that sent markets into a spiral. We've got receipts, we've got charts, we've got quotes directly from top economists. Let's get into it. Let's start with the raw numbers, because the data is already telling a story that should make every working American pay attention. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the national unemployment rate is currently sitting at 4.3% as of January 2026, seasonally adjusted. For context, just 2 years ago, it was hovering around 3.7%. That's a meaningful jump, and economists say it's just the beginning. Now here's where it gets really alarming. Goldman Sachs, one of the most powerful financial institutions on the planet, just published a research note on February 24, 2026. Their economist, Pier Francesco May, dropped a bombshell warning that I want to read to you word for word. AI-driven displacement could raise the unemployment rate slightly in 2026, with upside risks from faster adoption and larger displacement. May's research found that job growth has slowed, and in some cases turned negative, in the sub-industries where AI is most ready for deployment. And Goldman Sachs isn't just saying unemployment might tick up a little. Their baseline forecast is that unemployment could reach 4.5% by year-end 2026. But, and this is the part that keeps economists up at night, their analysis also includes a warning scenario where faster AI adoption could add an additional 0.3 percentage points on top of that. That doesn't sound like a lot, but at the scale of the American workforce, that's hundreds of thousands of additional people without jobs. And the kicker? In January 2026 alone, the United States economy shed 108,000 jobs, with a significant portion of those losses directly attributed to AI-driven automation and restructuring. 108,000 Americans, gone, in 31 days. But wait, haven't we heard that the economy is doing great? Haven't we heard about strong GDP numbers? That's exactly the paradox I want you to understand. Here's what the mainstream media keeps getting wrong about this story. They frame AI job displacement as a future problem, something for sci-fi writers to worry about. But the Harvard Business Review just released a survey that should make your jaw drop. According to that survey, published in January 2026, here's what American companies are already doing. 39% have already made low to moderate headcount reductions in anticipation of AI. 21% have already made large headcount reductions in anticipation of AI. 29% are hiring fewer people than normal, not because they can't afford it, but because they're waiting to see if AI will do the job instead. Let me make sure that sinks in. Companies are not waiting for AI to fully replace workers. They are preemptively cutting jobs and freezing hiring now, based on what they think AI will be able to do in the near future. This is completely unprecedented in American economic history. And who is getting hit the hardest? Entry-level workers, young people, Gen Z. According to recent data, workers aged 22 to 25 in the most AI-exposed roles saw a 6% drop in employment from late 2022 through September 2025. Finance and insurance sector job openings plunged 25% in December 2025. Professional and business services, same thing, down 25%. Bill George, the former CEO of Medtronic, put it bluntly when he appeared on Yahoo Finance's opening bid. Starting jobs in law firms and brokerage houses and investment banks are declining rapidly. So the question is, where are young people going to start these days? That's a big issue. The jobs that used to be the first rung on the ladder, junior analyst, paralegal, staff accountant, entry-level software developer, marketing coordinator, those rungs are being sawed off. Forbes recently published a breakdown of the 10-degree-based white-collar jobs most exposed to AI in 2026. Junior financial analysts, staff accountants, junior software engineers, paralegals and legal researchers, marketing analysts, data entry specialists, customer service representatives, insurance underwriters, radiologists' assistants, content writers, and copywriters. Now let me tell you about one specific event that perfectly illustrates how fast this is all moving. On February 23, 2026, the AI company Anthropic published a blog post that sent shockwaves through Wall Street. Anthropic revealed that their AI coding tool, Claude Code, can now automate the modernization of COBOL. COBOL, Common Business-Oriented Language, is a 65-year-old programming language that still runs the backbone of the American economy. 95% of all ATM transactions in the United States run on COBOL code. Companies like IBM built entire billion-dollar service divisions around maintaining this infrastructure until February 23, 2026, when Anthropic said, "Our AI can do that now." IBM's stock crashed 13.5% in a single day. That's $31 billion in market value, gone in 24 hours. Their CEO, Dario Amodei, has warned that AI could drive unemployment up 10 to 20% in the next 1 to 5 years, and potentially wipe out half of all entry-level white-collar jobs. Now here's where this story gets philosophically weird. Normally, when GDP goes up, unemployment goes down. That relationship appears to be breaking down in 2026. Some analysts are projecting GDP growth in the range of 4 to 6% for 2026, driven by productivity gains and AI-powered efficiency. But at the same time, unemployment is rising. Jobs are being cut. Entry-level hiring is frozen. AI is allowing companies to produce more output with fewer workers. Productivity goes up. Profits go up, but the number of people employed stays flat or falls. The economy is getting richer, but working Americans are not necessarily sharing in that wealth. Employee anxiety is skyrocketing. Concerns about AI-driven job loss among American workers have jumped from 28% in 2024 to 40% in 2026. On February 23, 2026, Catrini Research published a viral report titled "The 2028 Global Intelligence Crisis." In their scenario, the S&P 500 had plummeted 38%, unemployment had doubled, a feedback loop formed where AI improved, layoffs increased, spending fell, and companies invested even more aggressively in AI now. To be fair, this was framed as a scenario, not a prediction, but the fear was real. So what do you actually do with this information? First, stop being a commodity. Start being irreplaceable. AI replaces repetitive tasks. It does not replace judgment, relationships, creativity, and accountability in ambiguous situations. The safest careers right now include emergency physicians, nurse anesthetists, experienced trial lawyers, mental health professionals, master tradespeople, and senior creative directors. Second, learn to work with AI. Workers who are AI fluent are multiplying their productivity, not being replaced. Job vacancies requiring AI agent skills have surged by 1,587%. Third, take entrepreneurship seriously. The next wave of AI disruption is creating enormous opportunity for those who move early. Let me leave you with this. We are in a moment of disruption, moving at a speed no generation has ever experienced. But here's the difference between you and everyone else. You are paying attention. You understand the data, the risks, the opportunities. Knowledge is the only currency that AI cannot devalue. Drop a comment below. What industry are you in? Do you feel like your job is safe? Share this video with someone who needs to see it. Subscribe, because this story is moving every single week. And remember, panic is not a strategy. Preparation is. Stay informed, stay adaptable. I'll see you in the next one.